All right, so I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It has been a minute since we have done a jump shot video on the channel. You guys know I like to do it basically once a month to make sure you guys are updated on the greatest jump shots in NBA 2K24. It has been a minute. I think it's been a little more than a month. You know, a lot of events have came up on 2K. A lot of, you know, video ideas have cluttered my brain. So like the jump shot video definitely got pushed to the side. And there's been a lot of comments saying, yo, drop your jump shot. What's your jump shot? Give me a jump shot for X, Y, and Z build. So I'm here in season 8, probably the last jump shot video of 2K24. I'm not sure. We might have one in August, but who knows? I mean, no matter what position you are, I mean, you could be like a small guard, you could be a lock, you could be a popper, you could be a 6'6", maybe even a footer. It doesn't matter. You came to the right place. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button real quick. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these jump shots. So, I mean, of course, we got to start off with the small guards that have a high three-pointer, a high midi. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I will not be doing small guards with low midi, low three-point, because to be honest, there is no reason in the world in July of 2024 you should have a build that is a small guard with those attributes. So for all the real ones out there that got a decently high midi or three-point, the first base I will be going over and jump shot is Stephen Curry base. This jump shot specifically got Oscar Robertson upper release 1 and 2, full release speed, and 50-50 on the blending. I mean, Stephen Curry, man, if you are not starter 3 on NBA 2K24 and you do not have that Patty Mills unlocked, go ahead and just use Stephen Curry as the first jump shot for you to try out. It is cash. It is just the OG jump shot. It's a base that has been used pretty much all year. I mean, this is literally going back to our roots, man. You literally have to just go ahead and use Stephen Curry because, I mean, like, if you don't got access to the Patty Mills, what else are you really going to use? I mean, obviously, I got some jump shots that you can use, but I mean, just look at this jump shot. It's green bean, make your woman scream. You cannot go wrong with Stephen Curry. Now, if for some reason you do not like the double Oscar, you could trade out one of the Oscars for Darius Garland. This is really good. You put 89% Oscar, 11% Darius Garland. This is good too. And if you end up not liking Garland, you could put in Colin Sexton and put it 80-20. This is also a good alternative, but to be honest, if you have uppers that you are used to and you like how it looks, just put them on. And like, honestly, with any of these bases, you put your own uppers on, you should be just fine. But I mean, try out mine first. All right, so next up is going to be John Wall base. This is like if you need a slower jump shot, you think Curry's too fast, maybe you can't time Patty. You just need a slower jump shot. You're just that type of guy. John Wall is definitely the base for you. Trust me on small guard. This is what I was using back in patch 1 when the game dropped. Everyone was like, yo, get on that John Wall wave if you cannot time the Stephen Curry piece. So John Wall, Oscar release 1, Luka release 2. The animation blending is obviously going to be on full speed, 60% Oscar and 40% Luka. Now, I mean, obviously, as I said, like, look how slow that is. And I greened it on the first shot. I mean, it's super slow. So like low key, if you're playing threes, like in a competitive setting, whether it's, you know, you're playing a good team on 3v3 Pro-Am, maybe you're playing rec or, you know, even stage 3v3, this jump shot might be a little slow against actually good players. I completely missed that. So I mean, I really wouldn't recommend it unless you're playing super casual, because I used it back in patch 1 when people didn't really know how to play the game and like it worked. But now since people play sides, they got 6-8s and things like that, it might be a little bit too slow. But I mean, if you can like master it, I would highly recommend it. It has a pretty good green window. It's just every shot is green beside that one. Now, if you do not like Luka in that upper release 2 slot, you could switch it out for Oscar Robertson. Obviously, the blending does not matter on this one. And if you do not like double Oscar, you could go ahead and try Trey Mann, but this one is going to be 70-30. So, I mean, this is literally where small guards come into play. Like, if you do not have Patty Mills, like, honestly, you just gotta hit that 3v3 Pro-Am, get your 250 wins, and unlock that double rep lifetime. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, they are putting out so many double rep events on NBA 2K24 every week, every weekend. In the theater, in the event center, in the park. I mean, you should be able to have access to Patty Mills by this time. Like, trust me on this. If you don't have a small guard in your starter 3, just go ahead and go to one of my build videos, make a small guard, right? And then use Patty Mills, and you're just gonna be looking like the absolute greatest. It's literally destroying NBA 2K24. Everybody's using it, shooting over everybody, hitting every single yellow because the green window's just so well, the contests are so well. Everything is really good about Patty. This is my personal Patty Mills jump shot as of right now. We got Oscar release 1, Tyrese Halliburton release 2. I haven't really changed it in a minute. Full release speed, 84% Oscar and 16% Tyrese. Literally every single theater video, every single rec video, whatever it is, even events, I will yell out. I just got off of John Wall, y'all gotta chill on me. But I yell out Patty Mills when I hit some absolute BS shot, and it's for a good reason. Because this jump shot right here, like imagine T-Mac, but like on steroids. I mean, it's literally so good. I'm missing right now because I'm using so many different jump shots, but you guys see in my videos, I mean, I be chicken with Patty Mills, and it, like literally, it made so many pro-am players look so good this year. It's literally the soup jump shot in 2K24. I hope we get it in 2K25. But definitely either 1, put it on, or 2, hit starter 3-4, because trust me, the grind is very worth it. Green bean? Wow. Now my second go-to Patty Mills jump shot is going to be Oscar release 1 and Colin Sexton. This is going to be full speed and 80% Oscar, 20% Colin Sexton. And if you do not like those uppers, you could try Garland release 1 and Treyman release 2. So this one doesn't have any Oscar in it. Go full speed, 65% Darius Garland and 35% Treyman. So that's going to be it for the small guard jump shots. Let's go ahead and go on to the tall guards with a high midi and high 3-point. All right, so for all my tall guards out there that have a high midi or high 3-point, decently high rating, T-Mac is literally the first and like basically only option you really want to go for. Obviously, I got more jump shots later on if you do not like T-Mac for some reason, but it was what Patty Mills was before Patty Mills became like, you know, mainstream, and basically the Patty Mills for tall guards. So T-Mac base, you could shoot over anyone. Yellows and reds have a really easy like timing stability. It's easy to time. Let's go ahead and try it out if you haven't already this far into the year. Marquise Chris up release 1 and Oscar Robertson release 2 is my personal T-Mac jump shot. Anytime I'm on my tall guard, this is the jump shot you see. Full release speed, 12% Marquise, 88% Oscar on this one. As I said before, man, I mean, literally this is what I use when I hop on my tall guard. It's actually so hard to go through so many jump shots and constantly green. Is that green? Okay, we got the timing back, but I mean, you guys know what I mean. Like the yellows and the reds, especially like, you know, for example, doing a LeBron hop back to the corner. Literally, like you could hit so many nut shots with T-Mac. There's so many openings you can get, especially with this custom specifically. I mean, my custom, it's honestly like unfair at this point, kind of. Look, green bean. Ow. Now, obviously, if you do not like the Marquise Chris, you could go double Oscar. This is very popular among T-Mac users. 50-50, the blending does not matter, but T-Mac double Oscar is really good. And then this jump shot right here, this is professional NBA 2K League player 2 tax jump shot. I'm not sure if it's necessarily updated, but he's one of the best guards in the league. Sadiq Bey, Oscar Robertson release 1 and 2, 50-50 on this blending. Next up, I mean, the next base we're gonna have to go with here is Malcolm Brogdon. Malcolm Brogdon base is the second base that I would recommend to you guys if you do not like T-Mac, which I just don't see a world where you don't like T-Mac. But for the ones that want to be a little bit different in the world, you can go ahead and use Brogdon, and people will be like, yo, what jump shot you using? You'll be like, ah, I'm using Malcolm Brogdon. So Brogdon base, Kyle Korver release 1, Troy Brown release 2. Full release speed on this, 60% Korver and 40% Troy Brown Jr. I mean, yeah, man, Brogdon is cool. It got a nice little load up, a nice little flick. I mean, you could definitely see in the release queue when to like let go. I mean, you could see, look at the jump shot real quick, boom, you see exactly where to let go. Low key, I might have to start using Brogdon a little more, just like, I don't know if you guys are the same way, but like low key, sometimes I'd be getting bored of using jump shots, and like I like to switch them out every now and then. Like I'll use different uppers on Patty, or I'll go and use JT Thor for a video, and I'm just breaking everything. But Brogdon, I'm not gonna lie, I might have to start labbing this up. I mean, it might be the T-Mac killer, low-key. Green bean? Ow. If you want another Brogdon custom, you do not like those uppers, we got Kobe Bryant and Oscar. Of course, we got Oscar back. Release speed is going to be full and 50-50 Kobe, Oscar. And then another one is if you want to use my same releases from T-Mac jump shot on this one, the Marquise Chris, you could put Brogdon as your base, and then you're going to have full speed, 12% Marquise and 88% Oscar Robertson. Now, last but not least, a third jump shot for all of you high midi, high 3-point users in the world. We got Taurean Prince. Taurean Prince is low-key an underrated jump shot. There was this one time I was playing, I don't even remember the event. It was like Chips Ahoy or 90s or something. It was a while ago, and this guy was using Taurean Prince, and I genuinely thought he was cheating. The jump shot is low-key that good. We got Oscar release 1 and Oscar release 2. Release speed is going to be full on this one with 50-50 blending. I mean, yeah, as I said before, I mean, Taurean Prince, it's literally like, I just don't understand how this jump shot was this good when I played against this kid. I think he was like a 6'7 or a 6'8 guard, but he was moving tactical, and like I had to ask him what the jump shot was because I genuinely thought the kid was cheating. But he was just using Taurean Prince, so like low-key, y'all might have to hop on this wave. I mean, I'm literally not missing. Look, green bean. Ow. One alternative for this is going to be Oscar release 1 and Sadiq Bey release 2, 50-50 blending. You guys know the drill already, full release speed. And the next one right here is going to be Oscar release 1, Kobe Bryant release 2, and the animation blending on this one will be 70-30. So if you want to try Taurean Prince, just go ahead and, you know, try it out. That is going to be it for the high, midi, high 3-point jump shots for tall guards. Let's go ahead and go to the low, midi, and low 3-point jump shots for tall guards. So, I mean, I know there's a lot of you guys that got ISO builds that have a low, midi, low 3-point because you guys might have a lot of defense with 94 driving, dunk, playmaking, all of these attributes, and you have to have the low shooting, which I get it. I completely understand. And like, it's fun because there's a ton of low, midi, low 3-point jump shots for you tall guards. The first one I'm going to start off with is JT Thor. Very common base in NBA 2K24. There's a lot of different people that use it. I used to use it for a long period of time when I had my guard that had a low midi, so I couldn't really get, you know, T-Mac or whatever I needed. JT Thor, Evan Fournier release 1, and James Harden release 2. This jump shot is pure soup. Full release speed, 45 Evan Fournier and 55 James Harden. This jump shot really holds like dear in my heart because when I made my first 6'6", I think it was a 6'6", and I had a lot of playmaking and I had a lot of driving dunk. Like, I literally was like, yo, I need a jump shot, and this is the first one that came to my head, and I just used it for a long time, and I was putting belt to ass on the 1v1 court. I'm not gonna lie, you could definitely find videos there of me back in the day using this jump shot, and it's still good to this day. I mean, it's low-key what I would go to if I got put on a build with low midi, low 3-point. JT Thor is definitely one of them ones. If you guys do not like my secret upper releases on that jump shot, I mean, you guys have never seen that before. We got Sadiq Bey 1 and we got Oscar Robertson release 2. We're gonna have full release speed on this one with 31% Sadiq and 69% Oscar. This right here is the soup. For our next base in the low 3-point, low midi section, we got the Pat Connaughton base, low-key a tough base, Sadiq upper release 1 and Kyle Korver release 2. There's nothing much to say about Pat Connaughton base. It's just chick. Let me show you real quick. This is just another base that I haven't really seen a lot of people use. I mean, it's low-key kind of butter, like a little bit though, like it's a low-key type of butter. So like, I mean, you could go ahead and try it out, honestly. I kind of like the load up. Obviously, you know, I'm low on stamina, so that didn't go in, but the load up is kind of calm. I'm not gonna lie. Let me do a behind the back. Let's look at the load up. I like that. That's a little flick, and I got a speed up. How am I getting a speed up in the Gatorade facility? Hold on, green bean? Nope. Okay, never mind. We're just cooked. I'm not letting go until I get a green. Come on, please. There we go. You could switch out your upper release 2 for Oscar Robertson. Obviously, keep your Sadiq Bey as upper release 1 and 50-50 on this one. And then if you don't like Oscar, of course, you could put Kobe Bryant in there instead. This one's going to be 50-50 as well. Last but not least, we got a little bit of a wild card in here. We got Zach LaVine base. Zach LaVine base is another base that I used on that 6'6" I was talking about earlier when I didn't have a high midi, high 3-point. Now, this one, you need an 80 requirement. So, I mean, you might have to tweak it a little bit if you do have like a 79 or 78. Kyle Korver upper release 1, Sadiq Bey release 2, full speed 15% Kyle Korver and 85% Sadiq. I remember this jump shot for a period of time when I was playing 1v1 court was absolutely butter. I'm pretty sure this is like a tweak to Keystix' jump shot, and I just can't hit a shot. Like, bro, going through all these jump shots, it's really crazy, twin, but like Keystix, I think, was the first one to use Zach LaVine like heavily on this game, and I took the base and I was like, hold on, let me make a jump shot out of it, since, you know, he plays tall guard all the time. And I made a little soupy custom out of it, I'm not gonna lie. Definitely go ahead and try it out. So now let's go ahead and get to the lockdown section of the video. All lockdowns out there, if you need a jump shot, let's go ahead and go over to that. All right, so for all the lockdowns out there, I got 4 jump shots for you. And if you know, don't have enough midi or 3-point, like you have a lower midi 3-point, go back to my low midi, low 3-point tall guard builds and just use my JT Thor jump shot. But for all the locks that have, you know, enough midi and 3-point for this, just go ahead and copy these jump shots down. The first lock jump shot is going to be T-Mac base. We're in July. If you don't have a T-Mac lockdown yet, I literally do not know what you are doing, you know, with your time, with your money, with anything. Go remake your lockdown and make sure it has T-Mac base. Austin Reeves release 1, Oscar Robertson release 2, full release speed 28% Austin Reeves and 72% Oscar Robertson. I mean, T-Mac locks are just elite, man. And it literally doesn't matter like where you're shooting. If you're shooting in the corner, if you're shooting the wing, as long as you get a good pass, you should be able to knock it down. Unfortunately, right now, it seems like I can't hit a shot, but Quavo's lockdown is a lefty, so I mean, the jump shot is a little weird for me, but T-Mac base is just too good. I gotta hit one more shot for the culture. Green bean. There we go. Another alternative is the Sadiq Oscar from earlier. I mean, Sadiq Oscar is one of the best blendings in the game. For this one, though, it's going to be 64% Sadiq, 36% Oscar. Now, our next base is going to be Ben Shepherd. Ben Shepherd is really good for lockdowns, especially in this game. Now, if you don't got T-Mac, Ben Shepherd's a good alternative. For this one, you only need an 81 midi or 81 3-pointer. So Ben Shepherd base on this one. Luke Kennard upper release 1. That's a little bit of a wild card. and Sadiq Bey release 2. Our blending is going to be full release speed, 40% Luke and 60% Sadiq. Honestly, from the corner, this jump shot is pretty good. You get some pretty good yellows. You'll be just fine with no matter what you do. Now for our last jump shot for lockdowns, this is going to be Gordon Hayward base. This is an underrated base. I know not a lot of lockdowns, but a select few of lockdowns that still use Gordon Hayward, whether it's on their lock, and also a lot of people use it on their popper. So Gordon Hayward base, Sadiq Bey release 1, Chris Middleton release 2. Release speed full, 59% Sadiq and 41 Chris Middleton. Honestly, you cannot go wrong with this jump shot. For this one, you need 82 midi or an 82 3-point. Now let's go ahead and go on to our popper section of this jump shot video. So for all the poppers out there, I got 3 jump shots for you guys. The first one is going to be JT Thor base. JT Thor surprisingly does work on a popper. You pop to the corner, wing, top of the key, slip, pop. It doesn't matter. You will be able to green it. With this jump shot specifically, we are going to be going with double Oscar. For release speed, 100% Oscar. Doesn't matter the blending, obviously, because it's the same upper release 1 and 2. Definitely try this out first. Next one you could go ahead and try is Gordon Hayward base. I talked about this on the lockdown portion of the video, that this does work on poppers, and I've seen a lot of people use it. Gordon Hayward base, Oscar release 1, Drew Eubanks upper release 2, and the speed is going to be full, 79% Oscar, 21% Drew Eubanks. Literally can't go wrong with this jump shot whatsoever if you cannot use JT Thor. Go ahead and try Gordon Hayward for popper. Now our last and final jump shot, this is a T-Mac alternative. Obviously, you know, you could have T-Mac, but this is a pretty good alternative. Dyson Daniels pretty much has the same load up, feels the same. Dyson Daniels base, Oscar release 1, Sadiq Bey release 2, full speed, 59% Oscar and 41% Sadiq. So real quick, I'm gonna need y'all to help me out. I personally do not play footer on NBA 2K24. Like, obviously you guys should know that. I do not play footer. I'm a point guard. I play lockdown, point guard, popper, all those positions, but footer is not for me. I'm gonna put up 2 jump shots from 2 very reliable sources on the screen here. Here's jump shot number 1. Go ahead and pause it if you need to. And then here's jump shot number 2. Those are the 2 jump shots that you guys can try, but I know there's a lot of people out there that definitely do play footer in the comment section, so just drop your jump shot, and if anyone needs like a footer jump shot, just go down to the comment section. I appreciate you guys very much. So I mean, yeah, those are the updated jump shots for season 8 of NBA 2K24. I'm not gonna lie, not a bunch has changed when it comes to bases. I explained everything you guys need to, you know, be the greatest shooter in NBA 2K24. I gave you guys the best jump shots. If you have any like recommendations, you want to drop your jump shot, you got a question about a jump shot, anything like that, just go to the comment section and leave a comment. Do what you got to do down there. I appreciate all the love and support recently. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We are on the road to 40k. Drop a like while you're down there, and yeah, man, I hope you guys had a great day today and a great rest of your day. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.